Hello paddlers. Or as we like to say around here, how's about you? So this is River Rat 2, or this is River Rat 2 boat, but we're on the wrong river today because River Rat 2 has come to live in Northern Ireland. Yes, I'm back in the game. I've got an X500. Thanks, George. And it's a beautiful day here. And because everybody else is reminding me of just how wonderful it is to paddle on the rivers, I thought that's what I'd do this morning. So I'm going to have a wee trip down the River Bann. That bridge is where there used to be a railway that went from Belfast all the way to the west of Ireland. But in the 1950s, the UK made the ridiculous decision to get rid of all the small branch railways which weren't profitable, and they invested in the road network. And of course we know where that's taken us. Really quite sad, because it would be lovely to take a train out to the west of Ireland now, but I don't suppose we ever will. Oh, I wish I could show you this. There's a kingfisher hunting here. He's gone past me twice now, just this tiny little flash of bright, vivid green. Oh, that's beautiful. That's made me a very happy person. And this is why we go out paddling, because every trip you get to see something amazing. channel splits there around an island, and I can only just get myself back upstream. I'm working hard, making 1.5 knots against the tide, or the stream. Right, I'm not going any further down today. That's alright. Well, this is hard work against the flow. I drifted down 4.5 knots. Now, I knew I'd be working on the way back, but I'm barely holding 2 knots. So it took about 40 minutes to get down to the island there where the stream split. It's going to take me well over an hour to get back up. Oh well, I certainly don't need to worry about finding a gym. So as I was telling you earlier, this isn't River Rat's usual home. We're not on the Hull in England. We're on the River Bann in Northern Ireland. Rather confusingly, this is the Lower Bann, which is to the north of the Upper Bann. Obviously it's lower down as it runs off into the sea. In the centre of Northern Ireland there's a Loch Ness, which is the biggest body of inland water in all of the United Kingdom. It's quite a shallow loch. In windy conditions you get really steep, nasty waves on there. It's a beautiful place. A lot of leisure and boating goes on there. There are fisheries, it's famous for its eel fisheries. Right around the loch is heavy agriculture. But we have a real problem because all the agricultural runoff, all the nitrates have gone into the water in the loch. And last year the loch became choked and poisoned with blue-green algae. People were feeling sick. Some dogs died of it. And for most of the summer and right through the autumn, the loch was closed. This river, the River Bann, which flows from the north of Loch Ness out to the sea, is the only outlet. So it was choked with blue-green algae floating down. And the river really smelt quite bad last year. Even at the outlet in the sea there was this stink. But of course once the algae hit the seawater it died, so it didn't really bother me too much out on the sea. But the river was inaccessible. And some of the industries that had provided leisure trips and activities, and which were just trying to recover after the pandemic, couldn't operate all summer, and they've closed for good. So the politicians are doing what politicians do. They're talking a lot. Everybody agrees something has to be done. Nobody knows what that something will be. So I should think the river will be closed again this summer, which is a terrible shame. However, it's February. I have the place all to myself, so I'm just going to enjoy it while I can. Now I really want to say hello to Sweden, to Dan Eric and Patrick. I want you to know that we're having a pretty tough winter here too. I mean, it was -1 here last night. There was ice on my car. I had to wait before I could go outside. Yeah, And now it's still cold. I mean, it's only +6. Yeah. And there's been a little shower of rain just now. Just saying. Okay, I'm not going to win that argument. We only think we get a bad winter. There's no having to come and jump on the ice and break it to get out on the water. I just don't know how you guys do it. Got to say, this little X500 is much quicker and better than it has any right to be. Able to hold 2 knots through there. That's pretty impressive. Really wonderful. But now I've got to do all the packing up and cleaning. Oh well, that'll keep me out of trouble. See you next time.